Hi, I'm Terry Tucker, author of Sustainable Excellence, 10 Principles to Leading Your Uncommon and Extraordinary Life. Welcome to another edition of Sustainable Excellence Extras. Today, I'd like to talk with you about the importance of developing and practicing contingency plans in case something catastrophic happens. One of the most misguided cliches in business is the CEO's demand, don't tell me all the things that can go wrong, tell me how we're going to get the job done. Though this kind of determination is an admirable and necessary trait in a highly competitive world, it misses a very important point. Things do go wrong all the time. If you don't prepare for these serious reversals of fortune, you can easily end up being overwhelmed by them. How would you deal with the loss of a top salesperson? The failure of a much heralded new product to capture the market share projected for it? Or a dependable client defecting to a competitor? A lot of otherwise able business leaders will look at a depressing laundry list like this and shrug it off, saying, the odds of that happening are 100 to 1. Yet the role of a leader is to deal with the one time in 100. When things are going well, when a company is reaping the benefits of its own vision and excellence, the idea of failure may be unimaginable. If no one can say, but what if the tide may turn long before anyone is aware of it? The key to leadership isn't so much in being decisive. Even loose cannons are decisive, but in being able to acknowledge that changes in circumstances are inevitable, and in schooling yourself and others to make sure the changes do as little damage as possible. At some point before the beginning of a season, writes former Stanford football coach Bill Walsh, however bullish my expectations for a team, I'll tell my players that the time is going to come when they'll take a real beating. I have to prepare them for that. A season, like a year in business, is a sustained effort. You have to account for the failure factor, for falling short sometimes, and prevent it from becoming catastrophic. In 1992, Stanford lost big to the University of Washington and missed a chance to play in the Rose Bowl. But the team was prepared for that possibility. They came back and won the next 4 games against top-flight opponents. By the end of the season, Stanford had a 10-3 record, including a win against Penn State in the Blockbuster Bowl. In sports and in business, there isn't just one game, even if it's the Super Bowl. You can play the next year. You can play the next week. How a team feels about the last game, even if it was a loss, is going to affect how the team feels about the next one. When all is said and done, it's important to be able to say, we had plans for the contingencies and we rehearsed them. We knew what to do. Teams and companies that can't say this and instead complain bitterly about what bad luck they had are sure to encounter more and more bad luck in the future. Have you ever been on a team or worked for a company that developed contingency plans in case something catastrophic occurred? If you have, or know someone who has, please leave me a comment below about that experience. Also, please head over to motivationalcheck.com to get your daily dose of inspiration and motivation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.